Hello viewers, you are welcome back. Always try and subscribe to the channel and share it to others to also benefit. Okay. We started with even and odd functions. So I have two questions here. Let's see the application over here. Let's do a little bit of revision over here. From the onset, I told you something about even and odd functions. I said that even function, for even function, f of x should be equal to f of negative x. So that means the left hand side should be equal to what? The right hand side. But before you solve for any even function, it has to take this format. Do you get it that way? So let's see how to apply these principles in solving these questions. So I have my solution over here. I say show that the following are even functions. I, f of x. Do you understand that way? And I told you that for even functions, my function f of x, which will be given in the question, should be equal to f of what? Negative x. And I told you that the f of negative x implies that I should negate what? My x. So from the left hand side, I already have my f of x. In the question, I was giving f of x to be equal to x squared. So you say f of x is equal to what? S squared. I'm done with the first part. I will now come and consider the second part. Do you understand it that way? Or you can say, let's give this equation 1, then your equation 2 will be this. When you are done, then you come and compare. So for f of negative x equals, wherever I see x, I will negate it. So here I have my negative x, but it has been squared. So over here, see, negative has affected the x, then I square it. Now, when I come down, negative times negative, the squared over here implies that I multiply the negative 2 times, and negative times negative will give me what? Positive. And s squared will give me that x times x will give me s squared. So here I have to do a positive s squared, which is equal to my f of negative x. What can you deduce here? What can you see? What can you visualize over here? You realize that f of x is equal to f of negative x. Why? Because f of x is giving me s squared, whereas f of negative x is also giving me what? S squared. So they are the same. So say since f of x equals f of negative x, hence the function is what? Is even. As simple as that. Let us consider the second part. The second part, we have g of x equals this expression. What is the formality for even function? F of x should equal to f of negative x. But here like the case, the function here given is g of x. Again, you know that for even function, g of x equals g of negative x is the same thing. Here it was f of x. That's why we use this one. But here the function is giving you what? In g of x. So now, let me solve the left hand side first and see whether. Let's solve the left hand side first. When we are done, we'll now come and solve for the right hand side, then we compare. If they are the same, then the function is what? Is even. So now, I have my g of x, which has been stated in the question already. So, no need to do further calculation. You get it? So, I'll just write it this way. I have x to the power 5 minus x to the power 3 all over x. You can name it as equation 1. Then this one equation 2. Then now come and compare. They are the same. Are you okay? So now, let's solve for g of negative x. Remember, I told you that wherever you see x, you negate it. Did you understand that way? But remember, the power will affect the negative whereas the variable. Are you okay? So, for instance here, you see the square was able to, it had impact on the negative as well as the variable. That's why here we have positive and the variable will be squared. So similarly here it becomes my negative x all to the power 5, then minus, please, the minus here is already in the question here. That's it. That's the purpose of the negative here because it's already stated in the question. And here I have my s cubed here. But what did I tell you? I told you that you negate the x variable as well. So the x will be negated. So I have my negative x all to the power 3 all over x. I will negate x, negative x, because g of negative x simply implies that whenever I see x, I will negate it as simple as that. So let us proceed. Negative x to the power 5 will give me negative x to the power 5. So if you multiply negative 5 times, you will still get negative. And x to the power 5 will give me x to the power 5. Then I have minus over here. Then negative raised to the power 3 will give me negative. Then x to the power 3 will give me x to the power 3. Yes, all over. I have my negative x. Then I have negative x to the power 5. Negative and negative, when they commute, you get positive. So I have positive x to the power 3 all over negative x. Now, you see, if your algebra is strong, you wouldn't stop here. So when you stop here, it's looking like g of negative x and g of x are not the same. You can see. So if you understand algebra here, you can still simplify it further. So let's see what happens. The denominator here, we have negative x. So this negative will cancel this negative. So when negative cancels negative, I have what? Positive x to the power 5. I'm done with this. Then this negative will also commute with this positive. So negative and positive, when they commute, you get what? Negative. So I have my negative, then I have my what? X what? Cube. All over what? My x. So, or this is the same as if you have negative x to the power 5 plus x to the power 3 over negative x. This is the same as I can decide to split like rational, you see it's a rational function. You understand it? So you can solve it like the way you used to solve partial fraction. So where I can split them. So this is the same as negative x to the power 5 over this denominator, which is negative x. Then I have my plus here plus. I have x to the power 3 over, then this negative x will come. Did you understand that? So this negative clearly will cancel this negative. When this negative is possible to commute, the negative will take over. So this is the same as what? This is the same as you have x to the power 5 over x. Then I have negative x to the power 3 over x, which is the same as I have common denominators. So this will become x to the power 5 minus x to the power 3 all over my x, which is equal to my function g of negative x. What can we see over here? Realize that my g of x is giving me this expression, and g of negative x is also giving me what? This expression. Ask yourself, are they the same? If yes, then the function is even. If they are not the same, the function is odd. So here that is it. So since g of x is equal to g of negative x, hence the function is even. See you next time.